I want to maybe talk about you guys first and how you came together because I love your story, how you guys met and the fact that you were so far apart and then came together. So maybe can you give us a little rundown on everything that happened with you guys?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in Kenya in Africa, and I always just really wanted to do music my whole life since I was a kid, and it's something that I was super interested in, and I knew I couldn't do it to the best of my abilities where I was. So I decided to move to LA when I was 16 to pursue that, and then I went to a recording studio called Rock Mafia, which is actually where we still work there pretty much every day pre-COVID. And then I met Natalia there, and we wrote Wild Ones, and that was the first song that we put out.
Yep. I was born in Nashville. I moved to LA when I was younger, and I met Ruby at Rock Mafia after I had met the producer acting and singing. And she was just a girl that was there that was my age, and I was like, wait, this is weird. So we just kind of bonded off of that really quickly, and then we wrote our first song, our first sleepover. And so we just kind of became best friends after that.
Absolutely. And since you guys, are from such different parts of the world, how do you use that to influence your music?
I think because we both grew up listening to such different music, and I think that's something that really we bonded over when we first met, is just the mutual love that we had for music in general and how it got us through so much, all of our teen angst. We were just really bond over that. And just having completely different upbringings and being around different cultures, I think we just really balance each other out.
Yeah, for me growing up around a lot of country music, I think harmonies were really something that I grew up around a lot and really important to me, and that's something that's in a lot of our music. And we both grew up listening to a lot of influences that have very strong lyrics, so that's just something that's very dominant in our music, I think.
Absolutely. And the name Bahari is actually ocean in Swahili. So how did you guys come about making that your band name?
Natalia was asking me, because I speak Swahili, she knows it's my second language, and so we were just messing around, and she was just asking me what different words meant in Swahili, and then she asked me what the ocean meant, and I was like, Bahari, and she was like, that's so cool, and I was like, wait, that is actually kind of cool. And so I just went to our producers, and we were like, you guys can call us Bahari now, and they were like, what? And we were like, that's our name. So we kind of decided before we even put music out that that's who we wanted to be.
I know you guys just recently signed with Sony Epic, which is super awesome. You also just released a new version of your single Savage. So maybe talk to us about that, how you guys came about with Epic and what's coming with all this new music.
I think with Epic, we originally went to them to try and look for a feature for Savage. And, they recommended Via, and we were like, that's perfect, because we were really looking for a very strong, empowered, female artist who would just and she completely killed it. I mean, the first time we listened to it, we were screaming in our house. We're like, she sounds so cool. And we met, so that's how we ended up meeting Epic. And then they were like, oh, you guys aren't signed. And we were like, no, we're actually independent. And then we just figured out through that they were the perfect partners for us. They saw everything that we had already. We'd accumulated so much music, and they loved it. And so we just decided to join up with them for the release of our future projects.
Absolutely. And what's to come from those future projects? I know you guys have a new single coming out really, really soon.
Yes, we do.
We're so excited.
We're so excited.
That is a song that we've been working on this new project for quite a while, and everything was supposed to come out before, but we were on tour when this whole thing happened with COVID, and so we had to cancel the tour and push everything back, but we're just really ready to put this body of music out. It's something that is really honest from our hearts, and so we're just really looking forward to sharing it with everyone.
And I know you guys are known for mostly your collaborations. You guys have collaborated with Zedd and Millennium. So we going to have more collaborations, or is it just going to be for you guys?
Well, we hope so.
We hope so. We're not entirely sure.
There's a lot of dreams, but
yeah.
For right now, we've just really been working on this project.
So at the moment, it's just us, and I think that's something that's really exciting for us to do too, is to put out a whole body of music that's just Bahari, and so we definitely would be looking for collaborations in the future, and possibly what we did with Savage, where we can release a new version with it. That would be really cool.
And maybe talk to us about these collaborations, because you guys are so young and you've worked with such amazing people. What has that been like, and maybe what have you learned from anyone that you've worked with so far?
I think the first collaboration that we did was with Zedd, and I mean that was just crazy for us. You know, we weren't even expecting it to be on his album. We didn't know that it was going to be on his album. We just got the opportunity at the studio, they were like, hey, there's this Zedd track, you guys should sing on it. And we were like, oh, cool, like, they're never gonna pick us to do it. And then we recorded it, and it came out, and it was so crazy, because that song just is such, like, he's so talented musically. And I think it just taught us a lot about experimenting with different sounds, different music, and more moving over to the electronic side of music, and that was really fun.
Yeah, just meeting him after and working with him on the song was like such a weird and surreal experience. That was as our first feature, and he was just the nicest person ever. Yeah. So it was so much fun.
We are Celeb Secrets. I ask people about their secrets and fun facts. So is there maybe any fun facts about you guys that people wouldn't know when they listen to your music?
Fun facts.
You're kind of double jointed.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm like super double jointed everywhere. Natalia always gets freaked out because I'll like unzip my dress like by myself and like everything like that. People also think that we're sisters, and we're not. Yeah. Everyone always thinks that we're definitely not, because that would be impossible.
By choice.
We're sisters of choice. Exactly.
I was going to say, I thought you guys at first were sisters until I actually, you know, because I've heard of you guys before and I read up on it and I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Like, you know, that you guys have such a special bond, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just started at a really young age.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You know, like we definitely have a sisterly relationship with each other, you know. We spend so much time together. We live together, we tour together, we work together. It's just like 24/7. So we definitely have that sister thing going on. And I'm like, maybe we're sisters, but as far as we know, we're not.
It aligns.
Do you guys maybe have like favorite things about each other that you love working on? Maybe like musically or sonically?
I prank Ruby a lot.
Yeah, she does.
I'm more goofy.
Okay.
I hope she likes, but
she has a habit of like giving me frights, like scaring me all the time, because my reaction's just so dramatic and I like scream for 20 minutes and I get really upset about it.
But yeah, and then I think she's such a good artist. She's so good at drawing, and so that's just so cool to like sit there and watch her do that for hours. I'm like, wow, like that looks real.
And I think with Natalia, for me, it's always like super impressive to me how she can just harmonize on the spot with anything. Like we'll be listening to the radio, we'll be listening to Drake, and she'll just put this beautiful harmony like over every song that she's singing in the radio, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
Love it. And lastly, I know that we did say new music is coming out, but post-COVID, is there anything really that you guys want to do or you've been thinking about that you're really excited for your fans to look out for?
We can't wait to tour again.
Yeah, we just want to get back on the road. We miss playing shows so much. We miss, you know, all of our fans. We miss interacting with people in person. It's definitely like a highlight of our career is being able to like play our music on stage and share it with people. So hopefully we can get back into that pretty soon.
And we've been playing a lot of the songs before COVID. We were playing a lot of the songs that are coming out really soon. So to have those be released is really exciting too.
Amazing.